Welcome back, Acacia community, and happy Friday to you guys. How y'all doing? Happy Friday. So this isn't a normal Teresa Acacia video where I'm giving positive messages and I'm talking about the universe and the inner child. This is a video about entrepreneurs and people who go against the grain. So I've been doing some studying. As I mentioned before, I quit my job in September. It was choice because I felt like I wasn't treated well. So I left. And with next to no savings, no exit plan, it was just like, I quit, right? So I've been doing the damn thing. I've been jigging, business has been good. But I'll say the past few weeks, things have slowed down tremendously, as I foresaw, because it's after Christmas, people ain't got their tax money, whatever. And then COVID is a whole thing too. So while I'm in this period of like, what the hell going on with my money, I like to study people who have already walked this path. A lot of times we don't have people in our family who have gone into uncharted territory. Most often, family members like, oh, well, my daddy was a teacher, my mama was a teacher, so I was a teacher, and that type of thing. That's not me. That's not, I don't think I would have a happy life if I followed in the normal, traditional, conventional footsteps. Like I'm born to kind of do my own thing. So, and before I continue, the rest of the video will be on YouTube because I know I'm gonna be talking. So, and you just click the link and scroll down and hit media, then it takes you to the YouTube page. So, one of the most valuable things that we have at this day and age, in the age of Aquarius, is the knowledge of self. Knowledge of self is at our fingertips. You can literally Google something. You can get a mouth swab, find your DNA, trace yourself, go back here, go back there, at your fingertips. So for me, I started studying myself when I turned 30, about 10 years ago, studying my culture, race, gender, my human design, my gene key, blah, natal chart, blah. So the gene key manual has by far been the best manual for me as far as path. Is like literally laid out right for you according to your astrological makeup, right? Yours is individualized, is unique to fit you. So study my gene key, and my gene key explicitly said, you are to do this, this is your that. And I'm like, damn, like that make a lot of sense because I've been like this my whole life. And even if I was going to school, I still wanted to make lip gloss. Or if I was getting my master's degree, I'm like, oh, I want to do bathing suits or something. Like I've always wanted to create and sell. That's Oya energy in the African culture. I always wanted to be in the marketplace. So I'm studying other entrepreneurs because I feel like I'm at this cusp of where things could really go forward, but something is pulling me back. I'm getting pulled back, which I don't like. So I started to study Walt Disney. He's one of my favorites, even though they say he was racist. Still study Walt Disney. And I looked at him and his history of producing, creating. And number one, Walt Disney was a queen bee. Walt Disney had a lot of feminine energy. That man hyper-birthed his entire career. He was hyper-birthing. If this went wrong, he created something else. If that went wrong, he went into something else. If that something else went wrong, he went into a different industry. And I'm like, dang, look at Walt Disney. Like, he just was doing the damn thing. Not only was he doing the damn thing, hyper-birthing and feminine energy, at some point in his career, he was $4 million in debt. $4 million in debt. And he still created his way out of that, right? So within that time, they said that, his outer persona was he was warm and friendly. He was gregarious. He was like, oh, Walt Disney, blah. But behind the scenes, he was very insecure, shy, and he struggled with smoking cigarettes and just had some bad habits or whatever. So on his path, after creating Mickey Mouse, he had a mental breakdown, right? A nervous breakdown. Had a complete nervous breakdown because he had fell on some bad fortune, right? But that didn't stop him. He got back up. So I'm asking myself, I'm like, self, why was it so hard for him to do that? Like, why did his mind, his nervous system have to break in order to manifest that? Because those things had to transpire in order for him to birth Walt Disney. And not only like was that so freaking like phenomenal to me that he birthed that, but he birthed a community of his creations. So he put everything that he created into a community. And I've always been fascinated with Walt Disney's story. I have a point, I promise. So I'm looking at what I'm doing, and not that I want to do a Walt Disney thing, because that's never really been a dream of mine ever. But I'm looking at the Walt Disney thing, and I'm like, Reese, so you realize like you basically have just created a digital community of all of this Acacia stuff. You're taking all of your creations and you putting it into one hub. That was not my intention. It's just turning out that way. And who knows, next year I may say fuck it all and do none of it. So here's the point. The point is, I am at a point to where I'm having breakdowns. And these breakdowns are real. I went to the shaman yesterday. First of all, if you are in Atlanta and you need some work done, go see the shaman. I love this lady. She is not one of them shamans that's going to hold your hand and tell you what you want to hear. She tells you the truth, and she is she's the best. Whatever in you, she going to get it at you. She's really good. Her plant medicines are really pure. She's kind of, well, I'll talk about her later, but she's really good. So she's doing the work on me, and we get to my heart, and my heart is struggling. My heart is broken. My heart's broken. But maybe I'll touch on that, but maybe I won't. My heart is broken right now for many different reasons. And so when you are a person who is an energy healer and you have to deal with a broken heart, you have to realize that the broken heart is, number one, is transpiring because of the old that is passing away. So you are very conscious of, I'm losing this, I'm losing that, I'm losing this person, I'm losing that person, I'm losing this. And it feels so, the loss is so heavy, it turns into grief and the heart breaks. But the reason why the healer heartbreak is so strong is because in order for the healer to continue to heal, once they get to a certain level, the heart has to expand. It has to become as wide as the chest. And not all healers know this. Not all shamans know this. A shaman will look at it and be like, oh, your heart broke. Stop doing that. Give you some medicine. So for me, intuitively, I understand that my heart is being expanded. Like I struggle with judging people. I struggle with forgiveness. I struggle with, being mean. It's all internal. Like externally, I won't be like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? I try not to be that way. So internally, certain beliefs and ideas and thoughts that I had within myself and habits, they had to be broken. My heart has to be broken. Spirit, make sure it's broken in order to expand it. But sometimes people don't even survive the break. I'm at 9 minutes. I'm going to hurry up and get to the point. Some people don't even survive the break. So I'm very delicate right now. Vulnerable, but also still very strong because I know what's happening. So my heart is broken. And so that's one of my breakdowns. But then I have to let go of, do I want to tell the whole truth? Do I want y'all in my whole business? Okay, so I'll be completely transparent. So I have to move. Seemingly, I have to move. I have an option to stay and continue to pay and try to grind it out. Or I could leave and save some money, break my lease, save some money, and be uncomfortable. That shit has basically made me question everything that I'm doing. It's made me question everything that I'm building right now. Why? Number one, because I'm comfortable. I love my apartment. It's beautiful. I have my whole little feng shui with my plants. If y'all see, I got my little posters. And to go to an environment where it's not low vibes, but it's not my vibes. Whereas it's not organic, it's not clean, it's not as pure, and not nasty, but just not as clean as I am. The herbs and stuff isn't there, so I have to kind of go there. It's not shamanistic, it's not spiritual, it's religious, it's boundaries there. And I am in a hole. And so to go there and to dig myself out of the hole is like, it's a lot to take on with a broken heart. So then I go back and I look at, whoa, tears is coming. Hold on, we gonna put this thing back. Oh. So, oh Lord, we're not gonna cry on camera. So then I look at Walt Disney. I go back and I look at him because I have to remind myself, like, okay. And I look at Walt Disney and I look at how he just continued to go. And what reading his story helped him go was his support. The support of his friends and his family and his community. So I'm in the cards, I'm reading myself, and I'm like, well, Spirit, well, why is this? Like, I've worked so hard, like I've done so much work. Why is this happening? Spirit showed me a tree. It showed me a tree in a city, and it was smog. It was all of this stuff around, a lot of skyscrapers. Oh Lord, the tears just keep on to come. So Spirit showed me this tree in the city, and the tree, was bare. It had no fruit, no leaves, branches dead in the city. And I'm like, okay, fuck you showing me that for? So then Spirit shows me another tree in like a suburban area, and it's surrounded by grass, and there was a child there, and the child was holding a snail, and the tree was smiling, and the tree was bearing fruit. So I immediately understood what that meant. Like, okay, you're just in a location where it's barren. You're in a location where it's dead. And in order for you to bear fruit, you gotta be uprooted. I'm so lame. So the break, it does not, and the move does not look and feel the way that I want it to. But I am trusting, and I'm letting go of control, and I'm trusting that everything is going to work out for my highest good. And they already showed me what comes after this, but it's just walking through the process of it and trusting that the downloads I'm getting, it's not just me being crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like that sometimes when you're dealing with the unseen. You got to kind of be like, well, you know, am I crazy? So, I think I had a point. If I did, I missed it. I forgot what was going to be my point. Well, my point is, I guess, like, just keep going. You never know what you need to let go of, what's on the other side of the move. And sometimes Spirit really need us to be flexible, like just trust, move, get out the situation. It's things around you that you just don't even know are around you. Move, let go. Don't want to, but hell, when you ain't got no money, you gotta do what you gotta do. Speaking of money, y'all can Cash App. I will leave it, and I will also leave the Gene Key website in the description box as well. I don't know if it's okay to leave the shaman's information, but if you want it, just direct message me or text me. My number is on one of these things. Click the link in the bio, scroll down, my number's there. Text me and I'll give you the name of the shaman if you really want some deep healing work. I trust her. I trust her with my son. Like, she is really good. Let's get into some cards. Let's get it overall for the collective. This won't be for the collective. This is for people who are in transition, who just don't even know what to do. And it already popped out. People who don't know what to do and are afraid to just let go. This one for y'all, pimping. The first thing that came out is cleanse. Cleanse the feminine energy. Clean the womb. So whatever your man or woman, wherever your womb center is, whether it's your testicles, your pelvic region, or it's your actual uterus, your womb, it needs cleansing to birth what's coming new, what's coming anew, what's coming forward. I should say it that way. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So coming anew. This is divine feminine energy, the frog. And with that cleansing, you're gonna need to nurture your earth. Nurture your earth means nurture your body, nurture your root chakra. And let's get one more. Need some nurturing, need some love. You need some watering. Water your flower. The flower need watering. Maybe they talking about my flower. Need some water. I ain't had no water today. I had some tea. I had some alfalfa tea and hawthorn berry to help with my heart. Cause my heart broke. Okay, so these cards are for me. Then it says, don't worry about criticism from the community. Surround yourself with community. All right, peeps. 16 minutes, a long time. Love y'all. Bye.